Hey everybody, how's it going? I don't have any hair anymore, but welcome to another six-pack with myself, 30 case. First off, it's opening day of the Major League Baseball season, so cheers to that. So I'll always drink to that. Our beer of choice today is Flying Fish Jersey Juice Pale Ale. Flying Fish Jersey Juice Indian Pale Ale. And I gotta say, number one, Ichiban. Also, so Phillies right now are 1-1. Andrew McCutchen hit a leadoff home run today for our hometown Phils. For all you people that are not familiar, we're Wrestle Cave based out of Philadelphia. Check down right here, Twitter, Wrestle_Cave, Instagram, Wrestle Cave, and then Facebook all the way here, whatever. You can follow us at Wrestle Cave Podcast. And another thing, I try to get some shirts, different shirts every time I appear here. So this one here, we got Jericho Wannabe. This is a throwback. I love this shirt, man. I love this shirt. My old roommate got me this shirt. Shout out to you, Steve the Pirate. We call him that because he looks like Steve the Pirate from Dodgeball. Fun fact, totally true. But lots of stuff to talk about this week. It's Throwback Thursday. That's the other reason I wore this Jericho Wannabe shirt. It's a WrestleMania t-shirt week going on this week, next week. Tweet me your favorite wrestling shirts that you guys have. Wear them. Hashtag them WrestleMania t-shirt week at WrestleCave or Wrestle_Cave. You can find us. Again, this beer is awesome, actually. This is the first time I'm having it. I grew up, I used to live like right by Flying Fish. They're a great brewery over in Jersey. This is solid. But for those of you that are not familiar with the six-pack, what I try to do is basically just come up with 6 topics to talk about throughout the week. My fern, if you guys look over here from week to week, this fern is dying. It's really dying. Really dying. Fern Gully over here, that's why I call it. For all you 90s kids, you should know Fern Gully over here. But number one thing I want to talk about, and you guys can get involved on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook if you guys ever want to check these out. Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Ronda Rousey are main eventing WrestleMania. WWE went all in on it. No pun intended. So let's break it down. They went all in on it. They've been on ESPN. You got Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. The 3 most talked about women in WWE today. Ronda Jean Rousey, let's break her down. The 32-year-old, she's the first female UFC fighter that is in the UFC Hall of Fame. She had a 12-2 record when she was there. She's a judo champion. She was the former inaugural UFC women's bantamweight champion. That means the first, guys. She was the first bantamweight champion. She had 6 successful title defenses. She's the current WWE Raw Women's Champion. She whines on video blogs. She breaks kayfabe repeatedly. She married to Travis Brown, who probably likes Dave Matthews Band, and he probably watches Temptation Island. And she's going to have Joan Jett play her entrance music at the Showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania. So that's Ronda Rousey. I know a lot of people, you're either kind of on, like you like Ronda Rousey or you don't like her. I feel like I like what she's done. A lot of people are like complaining about this, breaking kayfabe, and I know I just poke fun at it and I talk about it all the time and say I don't like it, but it makes you think, and you're like, is it real? Is it scripted? And all this stuff. And I mean, it's scripted. She's doing this stuff because to do this, to get at Becky, to get at Charlotte, to get us talking. But she loved the business since she was little. She's come in and really done a good job, despite what people want to say. I mean, she's done a really good job. And this match, I'm sorry, guys, this match wouldn't be the main event unless Ronda was in it. I'm sorry, it wouldn't be. Becky and Ronda took this thing and turned it up, and that's why it's here. But without Ronda, this wouldn't be in the main event. I'm sorry, guys. I know, bitch at me all you want, tweet at me, comment on here, whatever you want to do. It's the truth. Moving on, let's go to Becky Lynch, Rebecca Quinn, Rebecca Knox, whatever you want to call her, all of her names. She also 32-year-old. You're going to see kind of common theme here. She, if I recall correctly, will be the first non-American to main event a WrestleMania since Andre the Giant. That's huge. She's also the first Irish born person that is going to be main eventing WrestleMania. Also huge. That is ridiculous. Like, she's breaking a lot of records. She's the winner of the 2019 Women's Royal Rumble. She was the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm trying to think all this stuff. She was trained by Finn, amongst other people. She blew the roof off of wrestling when she attacked Ronda on Raw. That match ultimately didn't happen, which is why we're having it now. But that's really what got this whole thing kind of into motion, really. What else was I going to say? Oh, Sports Illustrated 2018 Women's Wrestler of the Year. She has the momentum. Her momentum was crazy coming off of Royal Rumble. It's kind of slowed down a little bit, but I think that's all going to change at WrestleMania. I mean, we're going to talk about this match. I hopefully want to see her claim some gold here, guys. What's up, guys? I want to see her hopefully tap out Charlotte or Ronda. I mean, there's no secret I'm rooting for her here. I know a lot of people are. It's just Charlotte just got an 8th championship reign. Ronda's UFC. I mean, I want to see Becky get back there, and I want to see her do it. So I'm going to cheers Becky right now. What else? Charlotte. There's a whole list of accomplishments that I could run down. Also 32 years old. But for Miss Flair, I'm going to try to keep it short. She's a daughter of Ric Flair, the Hall of Famer, which ESPN spotlighted by not pointing out any of her other accomplishments when she showed up on SportsCenter. I think she tweeted about it and was pretty pissed off about that. Charlotte recently won her 8th championship on SmackDown this past week, defeating Asuka in what was a tremendous match. I know a lot of people are upset about it, but it was a really, really good match. Charlotte's the only woman to hold the Divas, NXT, Raw, and SmackDown Women's Championships. She was Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Woman of the Year in 2016. She's been featured in ESPN The Body magazine issue, and she is now headlining WrestleMania, and she's heading into it a newly crowned champion once again. What else did I have a couple notes here I'm going to pull up. Let me see. I got to get a better camera because I'm using my computer right now. I got to get a new camera. What else? I'm trying to see if I put it. I mean, really, it's no doubt that this is it's going to be a historic history-making moment. And while the recent weeks of the build-up have kind of cooled off a little bit, there's no doubt that once they get in there in the ring, that people are going to be talking. As long as they can deliver, which we know they can do. I mean, this is WrestleMania. This is the main event of WrestleMania. This is the first ever women's WrestleMania main event, so it's one for the ages and has the potential to be one of the best ever, in my opinion. It really could be. Honestly, I think Charlotte being added to it. Charlotte's the best wrestler of the three. She's really adding a lot to them, so I think that it has the potential to be one of the best main events ever. Seriously, guys. And I'm just looking really extremely. I'm looking forward to it. Being as this is going to be my first WrestleMania I'm going to be at. So what a history-making moment I'm going to get to be there. So that was my first thing I want to talk about. So cheers to all these women. Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston is in, guys. It's official. After weeks of torment, after weeks of opportunities, after weeks of Mr. McMahon pulling at our heartstrings, Kofi Kingston has landed his spot at WrestleMania to take on Daniel Bryan. Thanks to his buddies in the New Day, Xavier and Big E were able to outlast all the other tag teams that Mr. McMahon threw at them, including Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. I know they had the Bar was in there. You had the Usos, who in a really cool showing of respect, they they forfeited the match against the New Day, which was pretty cool and a good storyline continuation to keep these guys. It was a great way to get Kofi over even more. And at the end of the day, we finally have it. Kofi is going to WrestleMania and hopes to claim the WWE Championship for the first time in his career. Another history-making moment that I'm hoping to see. I want Kofi to win it. Another thing, so actually before I do that, I got to cheers to my man Kof. Kof, this one's for you, buddy. I hope you win, and then I'll send you some Jersey juice. Jersey juice, maybe. It's really good. I haven't had that before. Also, you guys can follow me on Untapped, where I check all these beers off. Untapped. What's my name on there? Let me see. I got Untapped is UNTAPPD. It's a cool app where you can go on and just find all types of beers, check them in, rate them. My name is Bearded Beer, so Bearded Beer on there on Untapped. If any of you guys are ever on there, you can check out the beers I like and check out any other beers. And it's really cool, actually, if you're ever going to wrestling shows. This is what I do all the time. This is what I'll be doing Mania weekend. I'm going to go on there and I'm going to say, hey, where's the nearest brewery or nearest beer place where they have cool beers at? I want to go check it out, and they'll pull up some cool places for you. But anyway, back to this. Next thing I wanted to talk about is Triple H versus Batista. Is now Triple H's career on the line. That's right. In addition to this being a no-holds-barred match, Triple H explained while he was jobbing to an envelope that he would put his career on the line in this match against Batista. We assume this will be Batista's final match also, but now the stipulation's been added that Triple H may be having his final wrestling match as well. Triple H doesn't really have a good record. He loses a lot of WrestleMania. He's been in the most WrestleMania matches, probably besides Undertaker. And so these two former friends, now foes, a movie star versus a company man. I can't wait to see how this one breaks down, and I want to see if Drax can destroy the King of Kings. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think what we're going to see is Drax is probably going to crumble under the King of Kings clutches for this one. And Triple H's career is going to go on because we need Triple H at WrestleMania every now and then. You know what I mean? It's good to have the King of Kings there for the showcase of the Immortals. He is one of the Immortals, and he will go on. His name will go on forever. So you know what? I'm really liking this stuff. I know it hasn't been a huge thing right now, but we got one more week, and I hope that the roof blows off this week. But cheers to you guys. Then we had The Miz and Shane McMahon is now a Falls Count Anywhere match. Now, I can only assume from my brain here that this stipulation was added so that when Shane jumps off the top of MetLife Stadium and comes crashing down onto the ground when The Miz moves, that Mike can then just roll over and pin Shane rather than try to move his lifeless, sweaty body. Because we all know, I mean, in all seriousness, like, what do you guys, like, we all know Shane's jumping off something. Like, what do you think it's going to be? I want to hope, I want to pray he's done with all that stuff, but his track record shows, like, he's only going to keep upping the ante. And until I'm proven wrong, I'm going to go with either the top of the stadium or maybe, like, the field goal post if they leave those things up. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tweet me something if you guys to come up with a good idea, because I'm thinking top of MetLife Stadium, he's coming crashing down, and then Mike's just going to move out of the way and pin him. That's what I got. But also in this segment, we had another weird thing where we had Sanity, Shelton Benjamin, and one lonely Cologne helping to protect Shane McMahon from The Miz. Oh my, how the mighty have fallen. Sanity can't get on TV, and this is the only way they can get on TV. It's driving me insane. See what I did there? Sanity. Insane. Anyway, can't wait to see them on the indie scene once they ask for their release sometime in 2019. Oh, did I say that? I think the Jersey juice is getting to me. Next up. Oh, this was really... Okay, I need to pull my notes back up for this one too. So Ricochet and Aleister Black are your Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic winners. And this was actually a very good match between these two teams. Aleister Black and Ricochet versus the Forgotten Sons, Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler. The recent call-ups did go over. They were just too much for the Sons, getting the huge victory and going on to face War Machine and NXT. To face War Machine at NXT TakeOver New York for the tag team titles. So Ricochet and Aleister Black get the win here. Now, I must say this was, like I said at the beginning, an outstanding showing from the Forgotten Sons, and hopefully this will lead to more of a push for them and maybe a better crowd reaction too, because there was one particular part I really liked when Wesley Blake did a reverse Hurricane Rana off the top rope to Ricochet. Ricochet landed on his feet and just stood there for a second, and all I could say was like, holy shit, that was amazing. And then Blake's face said it all. He just like kind of he realized it too. He was like, what the hell? How the hell? But anyway, I thought it was a great job by both teams, and it was very impressive for the final. Because originally when I saw, like, I'll be honest, I'm one of the people, like, when I saw Forgotten Sons, I was just like, all right, and then they got to the finals. I thought they were going to be jobbed out in the first round. But honestly, I was very impressed with them. It was a very good final for the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. And on to New York we go. Ricochet and Aleister Black, Hanson and Rowe, the War Machines, taking, I keep saying War Machine, and I keep forgetting they're the War Raiders. I gotta stop doing that. But I'm gonna call them War. Let's be real. I'm gonna call them War Machine. But they're taking on the War Raiders for the tag team titles at New York TakeOver. That's gonna be exciting. But finally, the last thing I want to talk about, and this is something I know everybody is dying to talk about. Asuka lost the Smackdown Women's title to Charlotte just 2 weeks before WrestleMania. 2 weeks. Now, normally, I would be right with all of you with my outrage for Asuka losing the title. But I've thought about it, and while, yes, I'm very upset for Asuka, and I feel that she could be treated much better, and I think that she should have... There's no reason she should have lost the title tonight, or on Tuesday night. But I will say this. I'm glad that we won't have to see Asuka be forced into a match against Mandy Rose or Carmella or Sonya or Naomi. No disrespect to any of them, but I'm just being honest. No disrespect to any of them, but it's not a WrestleMania level match. It's not worthy of a WrestleMania match, any of that. I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. I don't feel that it is. Asuka is one of the top 2 women in the company as far as wrestling ability goes, and for her to take on any one of them is just, not, in my opinion, not a WrestleMania level match. So for me, it takes one less match off the card that doesn't need to be there, and I know Asuka not being on the card, but I'm holding out hope because they did put on a really great match. Like, Asuka and Charlotte put on a WrestleMania level match this week on SmackDown. It really was. It was 10 times better than anything you would have seen her do with Naomi, Sonya, Mella, man, any of those women that had that match, that were supposed to have that match. It's just... that match that we just had is better than any match you were going to see Asuka have against any one of those girls. I do feel very bad, though. I do feel very bad for the women who got their number 1 contenders match cut. For Mandy, for Mella, for Sonya, for Naomi. No disrespect to any of you, because I do like all of you. You all really are talented in all different ways. Like you've all really done a great job the past year. I feel bad that WWE should not have cut their match and then just like wiped everything, all the traces of it ever being advertised with no mention on TV. I mean, nothing in the story. I'm not even saying anything. Like, that is just wrong on their part. It's something that I'm not okay with. If you're going to change something like that, can we just have some sort of storyline into it rather than just, hey, here's a title match now. I didn't get a good feeling from that, and that I really feel for Mandy, Mella, Sonya, Naomi, the rest, the whole Lana, Asuka, all of them, the whole women's division on SmackDown. I mean, that's a shitty thing for them. I mean, because none of them are really going to get the WrestleMania moment. Now, I'm going to close by saying this. I'm still holding out hope. I mean, there's 1 week left as I knock over microphone there. Sorry for that, guys. Now I'm going to just close by saying this. I'm still holding out hope with the 1 week left that maybe somehow Asuka will get her moment, get her just due. I just don't know how, but I'm hoping for the best for Asuka, but that's because she deserves that. I mean, her and Charlotte are the two best women in the division. There's no debating that. I just wish that they would treat her in the same way that they treat Charlotte, and just every once in a while, just treat her the same way that they treated Charlotte. Treat her the same way that you treat Charlotte, once in a while, or even once for that matter, since she came up, I don't know. I'll leave it at that. You guys let me know what you think. Tweet me, text me, call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Go get your hands on some Flying Fish jersey juice. If you can find this awesome Jericho wannabe shirt anywhere, you should probably get that too. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to talk about today, if there's anything else. Oh, coming up this week, hold on one second. You know what I just got in the mail today? I just got these in the mail today. WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm sitting in the nosebleed sections. Don't judge me. But I just got my WrestleMania tickets. Yes, I got physical tickets through the mail. I was a little bit worried, actually, because I was like, I hope they come in time, but I got them. I also will be Evolve 125 is going to be on Thursday at 12 o'clock from La Boom in New York. I'll be there. I know the main event is Austin Theory versus Kyle O'Reilly. Both the Street Profits will be they're in one-on-one matches against Eddie Kingston and Joey Gacy, I think, or Shane Strickland, one of those. It's pretty solid stacked card. I'm trying to think. Then later so that's at 12. Then later that night, myself, Michael B, and Pat, we will all be at the Impact United We Stand show. Lots of good matches on that card. You have Joey Ryan taking on Tessa Blanchard. We have, I believe it's an Ultimate X with a bunch of guys from MLW, from AAA, from Impact. I believe Cotto Brazil's in it, one of the members of OVE. I'm trying to remember who else is in it. And then the main event is RVD and Sabu versus the Lucha Brothers in an Extreme Dream match, which that sounds amazing. I mean, so I can't wait for that. What about you, Fern Gully? Are you excited? Okay. Fern Gully's excited too. Then there's a bunch of other matches on there too. I'm trying to think. And then Friday, I will be at, the Impact show is in New Jersey at Rahway, I believe. Then Friday, I will be at Black Label Pro, which Ethan Page is defending their championship. I know Swoggle is taking on Nick Gage. That's right. Nick Hornswoggle is taking on Nick Gage. So I was like, I'm in. They have like a 10 women match, which is going to be pretty good. I know Shotzi's in it. I know Shazza McKenzie's in it. There's a couple other. Obviously, there's about 8 other girls in it. I think Kaylee Ray is in it. I'm trying to think. There's a couple other a lot of other good matches on that card too. But so I'll be at that show. That show's in Jersey City, I want to say. So you got a lot of chances to come hang out with us if you want. I know we might so there's 2 options for the G1 Supercard. Either we will be at the show, but if we do not go to the show, we're probably going to do like a live stream like I'm doing here, like a live stream our reactions with you guys for the G1 Supercard, because that has picked up. Like I know that the match I was already looking forward to was supposed to be the Villain Enterprises, PCO and Brody King taking on GOD, but now the Briscoes have been added, as well as LIJ have been added, Evil and Sonata, so that's going to be awesome. As like Okada won the New Japan Cup, so he's going to take on Switchblade You have Matt Taven taking on Jay Lethal and Marty Scurll for the Ring of Honor Championship. So that's going to be a great card too. So if we're not there at MSG, I'm probably going to try to do one of these here. My dog over there is, well, now he's passed out, but he was staring at me before. I'll probably try to get him over here for one of these episodes. His name is Braun. Yes, combination of Strowman and the Game of Thrones character Braun, Bron. I mean, one of my favorite characters in all of TV. He's awesome. But I'm going to wrap up with this. So you got a couple chances to hang out with us at Evolve, at Impact, Black Label Pro. I know Pat and a couple of the other guys are going to be at TakeOver. And then WrestleMania will be at Mania as well. So lots of chances to hang out with us, guys. If you want to hang out with us, tweet at us. Join. So right down here, that's been scrolling the whole time. All these places. Facebook, Wrestle Cave Podcast. Type that in. We have a page you can like, and then we have a page you can join, which is really fun. Then you have the Twitter right here, which I run, Wrestle_Cave. Lots of fun stuff on there. I like hanging out with people, talking on there. And then our Instagram, which Ace runs, you can check that out. It's always filled with a lot of updates and stuff like that. Ace also has a show called Trap on our network. You can check out on our YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit subscribe, hit like, hit the notify bell so you can know when we're going live, like times like this. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys like, what you don't like. I might have to get rid of Fern Gully soon. Doesn't look like he's lasting too much longer. He's drunk. But trying to think if there's anything else I want to share with you guys. I'll try to be back next week. I am going to try to do a lot of these live kind of stuff in between all the shows coming up. Next week when I'm on the road, you hear my dog. Someone's out there. He's going to get him. Sit. Good boy. But I'm going to try to do a lot more of these as we go get on the road next week. I'm going to be all over the place. I'm probably going to be taking some naps in my car. So if any of you guys want to hang out, if you're in the Jersey, New York area, like let me know. We can share a beer, go to a bar, share some food or something like that. Go listen to a lot of the great wrestling podcasts that are out there. A lot of the guys making their names. I know we got some guys that we really like. Go listen to True Heels. Go join their Facebook group. The Markout Club is another thing that we really love those guys, which most of you guys already know them because more than half of them are in this group. True Heels, Markout Club. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else before I say goodbye, but I think we're good. Don't be a wannabe, baby. All right. Basically, if there's anything you guys need, just hit us up. Until then, we will see you next time, and hopefully see you guys in New Jersey and New York area next week, all right? See you.